Officially, American forces on the island are on curfew because of 2 allegations of rape against US Marines earlier this year. Repeated requests for an official interview with senior US representatives about the rape cases by this program were turned down.
When somebody goes out in town and does something stupid, it becomes an international incident. So all military personnel will be further restricted to staying on base for a certain amount of time. What are the views of the people who don't want us being here? What do they think about us?
But more essential thing is like a historical issue. Like my grandfather has property in a base.
I can see why people are mad, but
it would happen anywhere you go. It wouldn't matter what country you're in or what nationality you were. If somebody's on your land and you don't want them to be there, they're taking something from you. Somebody's going to protest about it.
Although many Okinawans are angry at the pro-US-based policies of their government, the reality is the island's economy relies heavily on American money. Many American servicemen live amongst the Okinawan community. Dan Welsneck tells how recent protests about alleged incidents of rape affected the local economy.
The commanding general came down and said, "You will cease and desist all activities on the Japanese culture. You drive off the base, you go directly to your house, you don't stop in the Family Mart and get a Coke, and the restaurant down the street, which caters all to Americans, they sent their waitresses home." So people were feeling the pain. So after about a week, the businesses all went to the mayors and said, all right, enough is enough. The general wanted to send a message to the Okinawan people that, our money is as good as yours.
Despite many businesses benefiting financially from the US presence, many people are reluctant to discuss this openly. This shopkeeper, afraid of being branded pro-American, spoke only on condition of anonymity.
Since the Americans have come, or the Okinawan people, they have made money from the bases, actually. And that's how their economic went up. Before the Okinawan people, they were farmers, But the young generation, they don't care about bases or anything. As the old generation, they want the bases to be out. Because they are asking the military base people to leave, and they are going to suffer, actually. That once they go, the economic will go down,
In general, young people in Okinawa have grown accustomed to the American presence and are less angry than the older generation.
もともと住んで中部はやっぱりアメリカ人の方多いので全然違和感とかなくって普通に
賛成って言ってる人は基地の中で働いてる人たちだと思うんです。で基地があることで生活できてる人とかいると思うから反対するのも飛行機の音とかうるさいとかだからそういうのをちゃんと何時から何時まで飛行機飛ばすのは決めたら大丈夫だと思う。
Shaka is a young rapper who often performs across Okinawa. He is known for his songs dealing with the presence of US bases. Okinawa and its people are unable to escape the historical legacy of the Pacific War or their strategic importance to today's American wars. Its people are polarized by those struggling against US presence and revisionist history and those embracing needed economic opportunities. Despite having one of the most enduring protest movements in the world, it seems the destiny of Okinawa and its people will not be decided on the island, but will continue to be determined in Tokyo and Washington.